Good team win, and played well in all three phases. Played a good, synchronized, complementary fashion. Good to see a couple of young guys step up and do some good things. A couple of the new guys that came in, off the streets. John and those guys did a good job. I think the coaches did a really good job. They had hardly any sleep this week with catching up some people that were, new to the team. Thought Baker played well, ran the team well, ran the clock well, did a good job there. And it was nice to see Chubb, get a franchise record with a pretty good run. Questions?
Greg, during the week, Freddie Kitchens kind of joked that he was going to bring the wishbone back. When did that happen? Was it after
I'm glad that when he joked, I'm thinking, oh, here we go, because it was.
It was already in.
Yeah, and again, he has experience in that area, as I have experience in that area too. And but we had a good package of things that we wanted that group of players to come on the field. We also wanted to see how they would respond, how would they visualize or see the package. And had a good package of plays. We had a little no-huddle concept also if we needed to try to keep that package on the field. And very well thought out on utilizing Freddie and the offensive staff, utilizing the personnel that we have here.
You said you told Baker to cut it loose. Is this what you had in mind?
Yeah, and the thing that if you take a step back and watch how he managed the game in the huddle, how he managed the clock, how he managed the check systems, how he managed the overall communication on the offensive side of the ball. A good next step for him, yes.
I know you're a big Joe Schobert guy, so talk about what having him back meant to you on defense.
Yeah, it's nice to see him back, and again, I don't know if he ever wants to coach when he gets done. He's got a lot of playing time as a young player, but he's that smart and that conceptually aware. It did help us there, and I thought Tanner stepped up and did some good things there. We packaged all those guys in and out, and I thought the secondary, we packaged those guys in and out pretty good. Got a little bit more rested snaps with the defensive line because we were able to do that on how we were managing the clock with the offense, defense, and special teams.
You and Baker both talked about.
Baker was mixing the ball around almost in sequence to different guys. Along those lines, how sufficient is this cast of weapons that he has on offense for you guys?
Well, one today, one today, and then that's the big thing. Without looking further ahead, it won today, and they did a good job, and he did a good job on, where do you think he's going to go with the ball, and how he was able to move things around and keep people open all over the field, and he did a very good job with that.
You and Baker talked about how he missed a couple throws last week that he wanted back, and for him to come out today and complete, I think it was the first 13. How important was that? What was it say about
for his confidence, and it also goes back to shows him that how he worked this week, the little nuances that he corrected this week was right. So that helps the confidence on continuing pushing that same way with a few fundamental technique things that he had to do. And it's really, if you haven't played the position, it's the balance of the throwing position. And he corrected his balance and was very accurate, and it was good to see.
How big was T.J. Carey's stripping to start the second half?
It's not the first time he's done that, and he does that in practice, and he's had several of those already this year, but it was very, very big. We had to match the takeaway battle. That was good. And then also the fourth down stop. Anytime you have fourth down stops, it turns over to takeaways the same way, and especially a fourth down stop in the scoring area. That sends a lot of messages back across the field. It also sends messages to the confidence of your own team.
What was the plan to contain Julio Jones?
The big thing is try to understand conceptually what they wanted to do, stay on top of him, and try to make it as difficult as possible to find him.
How much did your team need this victory after losing 4 straight, having the coach fired and the offensive coordinator?
All wins are important, and in all honesty, all wins are important. And again, we talked about that in even the last 2 weeks. How do you win today? How do you win this meeting? How do you win this argument? How do you win? It's a thing that you understand that that's important. And this way right here is the confidence is we got a long way to go yet, and we've got more games to play. They need to get fresh. They need to get rested. They need to get clear mind and get ready for the long haul when they come back.
You talk about him managing the clock. Was that more so in that half, the touchdown drive, or were you talking after you guys?
Entire game, opening kickoff. Okay, opening kickoff on, and I've been pretty fortunate to understand that, and I've been with really good people that understand that before, on how we've done that before, and we've done well. For both games, we've done well.
Greg, it's been a long time since you won a game as a head coach. What did this feel like?
You know, I love the fact that, you know, take that away. Don't worry about that with me. I love it for them.
What did your guys show you on the goal line stand?
Showed tenacity, showed a will to protect the goal line. We talk about it every single day in practice, whether it's a walkthrough, whether it's a practice, or whether it's a game. And that takes the next step in confidence too. And we've had, that's not the first time since I've been here we've done that, okay? And that's something we've done quite a bit in practice and quite a bit in games, and got to keep on doing it. But it does help in the confidence factor that we know what we're doing.
You mentioned the Chubb long run, but what has he shown you since he took over as starter? I mean, it seems like he just runs hard every single
The other day, when we were talking about it, whatever the question was the other day was, and again, what I do, knock on wood, you know, and protect the football. He's a tough runner. He has good vision. And then when he gets out there, he's not easy to bring down and can run away from you. He showed his run away from ability also, to separate, okay, and finish the play. That was excellent.
To follow up Mary Kay's question, doesn't this help you guys get your legs underneath your sea legs, so to speak, just as you head toward the bye in the final
You know,
six?
I would say, Pat, that, you know, every win helps, but again, we're taking it one day at a time, one game at a time, and now get ready, when we get ready to come back, the next opponent, the Bengals, right? I haven't looked that far ahead, okay? But the Bengals, and we'll be working, you know, all time as coaches, give them a little bit of time off too, but we'll spend very detailed work on self-scout work this week. We always do, defensively, we always do that. And, but we'll get ahead and get, you know, try to get a jump on the Bengals, but we've got to get refreshed.
Do you think that there's been just a real concerted effort to make sure that Baker could go out there and play with the confidence that you told him to, with the game plan, with him having input in it, with other guys getting involved?
I believe it's important for the quarterback to have that, but more importantly, I believe it's, or as important, I believe for everybody else to see that he's in charge, and now the confidence that each person brings to him. They have to bring their own confidence to him.
Given the losing streak and the culture of the last several years and the whole 9 yards, did you find that you were having to sell this game to yourself as a winnable game, in addition to having to sell it?
No, every day's competition, you know, my whole life, every day. And then that's wherever I've been, at whatever level, okay, it's been that as a position coach, as a coordinator, as a head coach, and then that's what they have to understand too, okay, every day, be on time. That's a winnable situation, okay? Don't be the last in the meeting room. Don't be the last on the practice field. All those little bitty things is from a discipline and accountability things. That's how you take the next step, or how I believe, and now how we believe we take the next step.
Greg Robinson at left tackle, coach's decision, or?
Yeah, it was, and we made a decision all week long. Des was doing good, but we thought, and again, it came down to me. Final trigger is that he would be better coming out of the bye, and let's not push things too fast. And felt comfortable with how we were doing last week. Felt comfortable with the plan, you know, of how we move people around, you know, on injuries, next man up, this situation, and worked out well.
That's still a competition there?
Yeah, it still is. Right now it is, and really, it's every day. And that's not only that position. Okay, it's receiver position, it's tight end, it's linebacker, DB. That's how it is on all positions.
Was there anything that happened over the last several days that gave you a hunch that this would go the way it did?
You know, I thought all last week the way we focused in practice, I thought all this week too. And that's the only way that I or any of us can feel good about is how you get out of each and every day. You know, you don't want setbacks. You don't want setbacks in practice. You don't want setbacks in distractions. You don't want setbacks in those fashions. And these guys, give them credit now. Seriously, give them credit. They've done a very good job blocking out lots of different things and doing what needs to be done, okay, to be in this position.
Greg, I know you told Baker don't be afraid to make mistakes, but you happen to not have any turnovers or any sacks. So what kind of a boost is that when that can happen?
Excellent.
We know Freddie's sense of humor. Because you guys won, can you give him any grief about getting too cute with a running back pass?
Now, you know what, and I tell you what it was, and seriously on that, you know, we repped it all week long, and conceptually, had that not been a zone, it could have been out the gate. But it's just one of those things, and you know, they happen to be in a zone coverage over a man coverage, and had it been the other one, it just is what it is. And you know, we'll coach better off of that too, in respect of throw it away. But maybe I need to have Baker teach Hillier a little bit more about 7-on-7 drills or something. I don't know. But it was a good concept, and give the Falcons credit in the zone concept that they had, and we got to do better.